Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy if you're new here, and today's video is going to be a camping vlog. My husband and I are going to Molas Lake near Silverton, Colorado. We went there last year and I have a vlog about that, and I'll link that down below, of our trip last year. This year we got a slightly different spot after last year's trip and kind of scoped out all of the spaces, and this one seems like it's a really nice spot, very tree covered. Our trip last year was not tree covered at all, the spot we were in. So hopefully this one is a lot better and I picked the correct one. I'm pretty sure I did based on last year. But anyway, we're currently working on getting my van ready. I'm packing up the food and getting us ready to go. So we're bringing some hamburgers, some brats or sausages. They're like jalapeno cheddar sausages, some eggs, pancakes for breakfast, and a bunch of chips to snack on while we're there. Looking forward to this trip. So let's get packing. I want to leave here in the next like 40-ish minutes. So I already packed some of the stuff, and I have water containers. There's one over here in the sink, and then this one right here. I have those filled up. I just need to put the caps on, get them out to the garage so we can get them in the van. Tyler's cleaning out the van because I also use my van for work, and I work with coffee, so there's like coffee grounds and trash and stuff, mostly coffee grounds, maybe some dirt, all in the bottom. So Tyler's cleaning that out for us, and let me finish up packing. I think I have most of the food packed, but I think there's a couple of things I need to do. Okay, so in this one here, I just have this insulated thing. I think came with a HelloFresh meal at some point. I don't know. But for the most part, I pack everything with frozen water bottles. And then I just saved some, let me show you, of these large ice packs. I have 3 of them, one flat in the bottom and then one on each side, from HelloFresh meals. Okay, so yeah, I just do water bottles. And then now that I'm thinking about it, I need to put a couple of these kind of on the other side of where I have our food sitting. And then these burgers are frozen, so I'm going to put them near the top so they can thaw out a little bit so that we can use them for either dinner tonight, lunch tomorrow, something like that. And I've got some cheese in here as well. So put those on top. And then this was a full carton of eggs, but I just ripped it in half because we don't need the full carton with us. And then I also have mustard and ketchup in here. So here's what we're looking at. So the burgers, and then like the ice, the water bottles, ice packs, everything. So we should be good here. I think I'm going, let me just show you real quick the other things we have. It's not really a lot. I just need to grab pancake mix. Pancake mix. And this is just add water, pancake mix, which is totally fine, perfect. And then we have some hot dog hamburger buns. And then this one is mostly water bottles and a couple of rock stars for Tyler because I know he's going to want those. And then room to put beer on top. And then this one is more water bottles that are frozen. And I'm going to put the buns in here. That's pretty much all of our stuff. We probably won't even drink all of that water, but where we're going, it has potable water, but I also like really cold water. So it's nice to have frozen bottles so that they're still cold for a lot of the trip. And then we're going camping again at the end of August. So we'll be able to use up whatever water bottles we don't use this trip. So I'm going to get this stuff all packed and whatever, and I'll check in a bit. Okay, so here is where we're at the moment. I'm not going to open this because I have our mattress put in here. So I have a Ford Transit Connect. Currently, this is the state of the inside. The dog will ride up here with us. I need to move my seat back just a little bit because that is way too close to the front. Tyler was vacuuming underneath down here. And we've got like our coolers over here. And so what we'll do is flatten everything out. And then the mattress will sit on top of everything because we also have a bed frame, which is behind the mattress on that side. And this is just a little too small for us to keep it set up before we go. So we'll have to set it up when we get there. So we just kind of packed it. However, I will show that part when we get there. So yeah, this is the bed frame. So this is a twin bed frame, and it is a 18-inch height. So then we can store all of the gear and stuff underneath. And then we have these two boards that lay this way because this is a full size, like 2-inch, 4-inch mattress. And so if it's like perfectly from all the way the width and then the length with the seats all the way forward perfectly in here that way. So one more thing I need to get is these brick things that help hold up the mattress. Check back in later when we get to the campsite and get our stuff all set up. All right, we made it to our campsite. Kind of set up over here. Let me show you what we're working with from where the van is parked. Okay, so here's my van from the front. We backed in, so this is the parking space, and my van is really small, so there's basically enough space for a very short RV or van. Let me show you the setup we have. So like I mentioned earlier, we have a bed frame and I have to use bricks here to hold it up, and then this one could slide over a little more, but these wood little things to keep the mattress a little bit more supported. But it's pretty much the entire size of the back here, which is perfect. And then of course we have these screen things and the window down just a little bit so we can have some ventilation. And then everything else we need will be stored underneath the bed. So then coming around here let me just show you from the back of here. So here's the back. I don't want to open this because basically it's supporting because it's like just barely enough space. And this has to be a temporary setup because I use this van for work. So we've got our water jug thing, some storage stuff, and then yeah, that is pretty much the whole back of the van. And then we have these couple of steps. And this is site number 5 at Molas Lake Campground. We camped at site 8 last year and it was okay. Then we saw this one and we're like, oh, this one's perfect. So here's a tent pad. We're not going to use a tent because we're sleeping in the van, but we were originally going to camp with my dad and he wasn't able to come. So there's plenty of space for a tent here, or you could even set up a hammock between these two trees, which I meant to bring a hammock to do while we were here, but I forgot. So then we have all of this space coming around over here, which we could easily set up another tent over here if we really wanted to. And they don't have restrictions on, you know, setting up multiple tents. And then, like all of this like foresty area. And then we have a picnic table. Tyler's starting some burgers because
don't show him. No.
He just started, but yeah, so we got everything we need for cooking dinner. And then of course we got Lila set up. She saw a chipmunk run somewhere over there, and so she's going to be fixated on that for the next 2 days. And then we do have a fire ring. However, there are fire bans in place in San Juan County in the San Juan Mountains in Colorado by Molas Lake. So we can't have a fire, which is fine. It is what it is. And then from here, this is the highway. You can see a car coming by over there, very little bit, but this is our view. And I'm not sure what direction the sun is because it's cloudy, cloud cover. So
Is the engineer?
Is that what that is right there?
The big, I think so, yeah.
Right there?
The top on it?
That right there is Engineer Mountain.
Pretty sure that's it.
I believe. We're a little more north of it, so it might be a little different to see, but yeah, I want to get some sunrise clips in the morning if I can, but I'm not sure which direction I need to be looking at. I want to say if that's north, then over that way maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out in the morning if I do get up early enough. So yeah, that is our current setup. Oh, Lila. And hopefully it doesn't rain. There was some thunder a little bit ago, and it was raining kind of on the way here, but that's good. We're here, not raining, and we'll just see how it goes. Hang out, relax. I brought a book. I only brought one book, so that's all I have to read. Actually, I might have 2 downloaded, so that's good. So we're gonna eat here soon. So once it's done, I'll show you what we got. Okay, so here we've got our hamburger, and it's a jalapeno and cheese sausage brat thing, and then Tyler's. And Tyler.
No hair tie.
Okay, so I just took and cleaned up everything that we had out here. Since we're camping in my van, we like to clean up literally everything at night, not leave anything out, since there's no reason to and we have plenty of room in the van. So our picnic bench, cleaned up the stove even that was here. And then what I did was boiled some water. Well, I didn't boil it all the way. And then I just cleaned our dishes in here because they said to clean your dishes in the fire pit anyway. Typically, if we're allowed to have fires, which we're not because of just weather and wildfire danger. But if you were able to have fire, it would burn off all the stuff, all the like food smells. Since we can't have a fire, at the very least, it's concentrated in one singular spot. And we are in bear country, so we don't want to attract bears. So we put our, what? Oh, so we put everything in the van, all of our food, our stove, literally everything. So right now we're just hanging out, sitting in this little patch here of sun. Lila is watching for chipmunks. That is what she lives for this trip. And then we have our spots. I have my book. And yeah, it looks like the sun sets on this side. So in the morning, if I do get up early enough, I can capture the sunrise over that way. She saw something, so she moved. And she's after something. So I don't know exactly what else we're doing for the evening. Probably more of this. Maybe once it gets a little darker and cold, since we can't have a fire, we'll go in the van and watch a movie. So yeah, so far it's just been nice hanging out in the woods, away from literally normal life. Good morning. It's the next day, I guess, obviously, if I'm saying good morning. Anyway, we are just waiting for coffee. You can see Lila back there in the background. She's watching for critters. She's been wanting to get up basically since the sun got up. Since the sun came out. She wanted to get out and watch for critters, but we didn't get up until like 7:30. And I'm pretty sure the sunrise was at probably 6-ish. Okay, it is about 11. Yes, it is 11:04. And Tyler is packing up the van, getting us ready to go. I slept weird, really squished and hunched, and so my neck hurts, which is then giving me a migraine. So that's fun. So we're packing up. We were gonna stay until afternoonish, evening time, something like that. But we're heading out early, and that's okay. So I am going to end this video here. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll have other camping and hiking adventures coming in my summer series, and I will be back here next month for Labor Day, which I don't remember when this video is going up, but this might be going up before Labor Day anyway. I'll be back here next month, and my dad will be with us as well, so that'll be a lot of fun, and maybe I'll rent some paddle boards at the lake. But this campsite was really, really good. I really liked this spot, and I'm glad that I booked it, and I also got the same spot for our next trip. So it's definitely a shorter trip. We were supposed to be here for 2 nights, but that is okay. We also didn't bring enough food. Totally dropped the ball on that one. We didn't plan as well, but that's okay. So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.